Another attempt to get this rig built. Welcome to the channel, Valkyrie Racing. Lovely to have you along. Just excuse me while I fix what Restream has done again. uh, sorry. Restream's great. It's really cool, but it also does all sorts of really silly things. So just give me a second. Right. At least the stream's working. That's handy, isn't it? Definitely very handy. You also see I managed to get another camera, so that's pretty exciting. So I don't have to try and change the camera angle every 3 seconds while I'm crawling around on the floor. So that's cool. Just need to get the instructions up as well. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And then I've also got to go and share the stream everywhere. I might not even do that today. Just kind of annoying. I think that other camera might actually be better quality too. We might switch to that. Or we can do a foot cam. That's exciting. Sorry, excuse me. Just need to get the instructions back. Weird. I'm looking really professional right now, aren't I? Right, found the manual. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, what are we up to? Which bit? Doing that one. Number 15. Very good. All right. Good. Need my other glasses. Now, last thing I've got to do is let people know that we're doing this. One more second. By the way, shout out to my mate Nick the Novice Racer, who appears to have done a video where he didn't in it and did really well, which is great and surprising. Okay, now we can get stuff done. Excellent. Other glasses. Oof. All right. can see chat. Lovely. Okay. What are we up to? We're up to step 15. I think we're about halfway through. It's pretty cool. You have to excuse me for a second. I've got to get on the floor. One moment, please. So observations so far, it's been fairly painless, I think. So far, everybody tells me the adjustment is the big problem, but the instructions been pretty good, packaging's very good, the service has been really good. So far, no complaints. That's it. I can definitely see how if you weren't mechanically minded, it would be very difficult. Like, obviously being a joiner, knowing how to line things up and stuff makes things a bit easier. All right. Step 16. Let's see what that's got for me. 2 40 by 400s. Let's find out. I'd assume it's got to be these, because that's pretty much all that's left. The other thing that I'm probably still concerned about is seat mount. Still a bit worried about that. Because there doesn't appear to be anything on the instruction that says, oh, and if you're doing a different seat, use this one. Kind of worries me. That's kind of cool. Look at that. I'm a very stupid person sometimes. All right, two of them. SPO1. Wonder what an SPO1 is. Just looks like a plate. You reckon that's likely to be an SP01? Let's check the part list. Yeah, short pedal, SP01. Oh, I don't tell me the stream's died. Nope. Yay, it hasn't died. Okay, cool. One of them. Two of those plates. Each of these things. Seems I'm building a pedal plate. That's good. Okay. Emulate by 16 times 12. 12. So you've got 12 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 8. That's right. Comes with spares though, that's good. Four. 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 4 more. Lugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm hoping there's more of these screws. Otherwise we'll be in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. 12 of them. I've got to go find some screws. 4 more in a separate plastic bag. By the look of it. It's a bit strange. Yep, they're the same. Okay, cool. Cool. Hopefully they don't need to be used somewhere else. All right. All right. So, with things pointing up. Four in the bottom. Oops, around. One. So this is the exciting part of the build now. We start to actually make stuff, like bits that matter. Kettle plates, things like that. The next thing is probably that I'm going to have to go and buy some nuts and bolts and things for fixing all the equipment to it, I guess, but finally when we get there. I am very much looking forward to actually going for a drive. That's for sure. Because it is a lot of effort. Look at that, someone's actually watching the stream. That's exciting. Reese Bartlett. Mate, the excitement is palpable, correct. You get to watch me just fuck around with things. And how are you, Reese? Are you good? I don't know. Maybe this will be helpful for someone at some point. Because I've only really been doing it for about 2 hours. I'm chatting half the time. Hasn't been too hard, actually. I mean, cross fingers. Okay. So the white lines go to the inside. Okay. And that goes that way. Lovely. It's meant to go at the bottom there. Lovely. Nothing like 18 hours of golf to remind you how old you are. Yeah? Yeah? I assume you played some golf today, Reese. Is that the moral of the story? And if you did, how'd you go? Was it fun? Apart from obviously feeling old. By the way, you can't really complain. My father-in-law is nearly 80, 75, I think he is. He plays 18 holes of golf twice a week. Mick Goes Racing. Absolutely hated putting your TRE together. Yeah? Tell me about it. Why was it so bad? I'm not finding this difficult, to be honest. But I can see how it would be difficult. I can very much see how if you didn't kind of plan things and you rushed it at all or you missed a step, you'd be in trouble. I'm kind of enjoying it, if I'm honest. But I like this kind of stuff. Reese, we will not comment on how I went, but I'm told it was fun. Who told you it was fun, mate? Clearly not your physical body. Mick, what was the problem with your putting together your TR80? Why was it so traumatic, mate? Instructions were rubbish. Yeah. There's a bit of interpretation in them. I'll kind of give you that. I think that's probably true. And there was some bits where Mick, where it just, there's clearly some measurement that you should know, but it didn't really show you the right measurement, or it didn't tell you the right measurement, kind of thing, which has been kind of annoying. Also, the head on that screw looks bigger than the head on the other screw. Okay. That's probably not ideal, is it? Took my time, was 3 hours, but my god was rubbish. Little stickers with letters. Yes, yes, I said that at the start. Stickers with letters on it. Not that hard, I would have thought, because you got to measure everything. Like, tape measure. Agreed. I agree with that statement. And like I said before, I'm also a little bit concerned because I have like the seat attachment. I haven't bought a seat, so I've got to have like the sliding seat attachment thingy. And from what I can see on the instructions so far, it doesn't kind of identify where that happens. So I'm guessing I've just got to kind of figure it out as I go, which I think is less than ideal. And I'm also only really finger tightening at the moment because I figured there'll be lots of adjustment afterwards. Although again, compared to what I had before, it can't be too bad. So like this bit here, if you didn't zoom right in, you kind of don't know where things go. All right. Garrett, not done yet. No, because I'm chatting most of the time, mate. Measurements and steps are already done. We can come into that part. Yep. Use the 42-inch piece. What is 42 inches? Completely agree. I'm a bit concerned about the stream. It's kind of not doing that well. Mick, I haven't got to the seat yet, mate. I'm concerned. I have concerns. What was the other thing I was going to say? No, lost. Yeah, so there's some measurements and stuff that haven't been where I would have thought they'd be, and that's been a bit frustrating. And there's also some instructions that are pretty clearly not written by a person who speaks English as a first language, which is fine. And you can kind of work it out, but it's a little bit frustrating. I suppose not a problem if you don't speak English, but English is the only thing I speak. Not well, but I speak it. But again, I can certainly see how you get in trouble with it if you didn't like plan and think ahead a bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, not so bad. So far, anyway. Pulled the pedal platform apart and just put it on the main chassis. Okay. Can you explain that a little bit more? Because obviously I know nothing about this thing. I've only just started. Pedal mount looks easier, you reckon, Garrett? Okay. Good. That makes me happy. Easy's good. We like easy. Of course, I don't know whether my pedals are actually going to fit on here, but we're just going to build the rig and then we're going to figure that stuff out afterwards. See, it's stuff like this that's kind of annoying. It's not really clear which way this goes on. I think it's that way. I think. You know, to be honest, part of sim racing is this stuff, you know, doing this kind of thing. It's kind of fun. Upgrading your stuff, building it, gives you a sense of purpose, I guess, sense of achievement. I'm just really looking forward to being able to drive without my rig having the rigidity of a piece of wet spaghetti. Spaghetti's nice, but it's not very good for sim racing. You know what I mean? Right. Okay, so you really struggle with your... Oh, okay, so you mounted the pedals to their own plate, then use spaces to elevate it above so the nuts... That sounds really difficult. Lucas, how are you? No more squeaks in Discord. I don't know, man. It's on streamer mode, and it's normally on streamer mode, but somehow it squeaks. So I don't know. I'm too old to figure stuff like that out, Loki. You know that. Far too complex for a 50-year-old. Eric Orchin, hello, mate. How many episodes on YouTube? Well, I'd really like to start driving again by tomorrow. So hopefully maybe one more. But whatever. It's fun, right? There's not that much left, I don't think. Right, some kind of mounty blade thing. Here we go. I reckon I've done it right, Eric, to be honest with you. It's only been kind of, what, 2.5 hours? And to be fair, I spend most of the time chatting. So, you know, not so bad. What have we here? Okay, flexible mounts. That's what we want. Mick, I've got the Fanatec CSL DD wheelbase, which is only 8 Newton meters, so that'll be fine. I've got a set of Simforge pedals, which are very cool, and I'm looking forward to actually being able to use them properly. So, because in my old rig, there were like 2 rails that came down, I don't know, like down through there, and I had to put my foot between the rails to be able to hit the brake pedal. So I'm really looking forward to being able to just hit the brake pedal and not have to worry about whether my foot is in between the rails and stuff. So yeah, very excited. Yeah, 2 of them. How in the world am I going to be able to fix... Oh, it's got a hole in the other end. Okay. Screws. 2 M816. 2 M816s. Is that M816s? Yep. No, I didn't get the side mount for the Fanatec. No, I've just bought the basic model, except for the seat attachment because I've got my own seat. So no, just put it on a plate, and you know, maybe we'll upgrade as we go. We'll see. All right. So these apparently have to go on there. Oops. That, I assume. Don't think you can get that too wrong, can you? Maybe you can. Use the right tool. I'm on your seat, Lucas. Look at you guys. Right. This is going to be fiddly, isn't it? Oh no. Let's do that. Maybe. Huh. Look at that. That's easy, isn't it? Little metal. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? I found them okay. I've decided they're called widgets, by the way, Mick. But yeah, no, they've been fine. You just get like getting them aligned properly is the big thing, right? So what I've been doing is using the hex key and putting through the hole and just kind of aligning it that way, or pushing it in from the side. So I've actually found that relatively easy. But again, I'm probably got a bit of an advantage because I used to be a kitchen builder, and I've had to do like, IKEA kitchens and all that kind of shit. So this is easier than an IKEA kitchen. Like, no offense to IKEA. You know? What's next? No. P times 2. Which I assume is that. I'll have to check again. Hang on. That's the other thing that's annoying. You got to keep going back to the parts list and check what the thing is, because again, there's no little thing that has a note on it saying this is the thing you want. P L slide. Yeah. Okay. Pedal slide. Just stripping pedals of level. I might end up doing that. Who knows? I honestly don't know whether this is going to be any good or not. It'd want to be good for the money. But I think the other thing, because I'm coming off such a poor rig, that this could be terrible and it's still going to be better. Four little spring washers. You got me. Andy, plenty of progress has been made, mate. Let me know. Last night we had a long conversation about how to improve your eye rating. What did I come from? I came from a 20, maybe even 30-year-old next level racing like aluminium tube rig, and the tubes were 10 mil diameter maybe, and they just moved around all over the place. And I if you go and have a look at the intro video, and don't judge it because it's the first kind of video I did at the start, but it shows you the rig, and it was basically held together by bits of flooring. So yeah, anything's better, mate. I would have been better on just a table. Philip, where did I get all the subs? I don't know, mate. But I'm very grateful to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. It's been amazing. 4 of them. Okay, 4 of them. And 4 20mm washers, apparently. Okay, 4 of them. 2 of those. I'll take a second and we'll go through check. Just one second. Two of them. Some of them. Right. Being a little bit disorganized here. All right. Don't need that. Okay, what's happening in chat? Enjoy the rest of the assembly. Thank you, Mick. Yeah, lots of progress, Andy. I'll have you know. Yeah, explain that. Probably gained a few from Yang. No, because Yang's on Twitch, mate. So I haven't actually checked Twitch, but I seem to be getting pretty good viewership on Twitch as well. Generally 40, 50 people at a time or watching, so it's good. Garrett, how to improve your I rating? Yeah, we had a conversation with Coachy about it. We can do it again if you want. Andy got his second hand. Well, my first rig was also second hand, so yeah. Garrett, don't join races with Ian. Listen, Garrett. Garrett, it's enough out of you. Catching up to Nick on the catching up to Nick on subs, yeah. Yeah, a little bit, which is nice. But Nick, like, the other thing is that Nick's subs don't show up the same because he's already over 2K and stuff. So he'll just go, like, it doesn't look like as much. So, yeah, not really catching up, to be fair. Right. Build a rig, huh? Well, you know, it's a fun journey. Like, the main thing is I'm having fun with it. So that's cool. Has it died again? Oh no, still going. Okay, good. Yay. All right. Washers. M8 by 20 washers. Yeah, no, it's just on my side it froze, but I don't know why it froze. Oh, that was the other thing, actually. YouTube are reporting that they fixed the problem. There was some issue in Asia Pacific where streams were dropping out, and apparently YouTube reckon they fixed it now, so fingers crossed, we're good. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Instead of having it just disappear. And 4 of these things. 3, 4. Jolu Jackie, that's got to be Tommy, huh? Yeah, frame looks good, doesn't it? It's super solid. And yes, it is the old man versus technical things. But I'm a tradesman as well, so it's not so bad. All right. Okay, so on this end, apparently. Okay, for, oh, I need some bolts. SMB 20s. M8 20s. Tell me welcome, mate. Glad you're here, bud. How are you going? You good? I don't think I asked you last night or night before. How was your Christmas and New Year's, man? Was it good? Right, I think I've got everything now. Okay. You know, I think the other thing that would be nice would be if you got paper instructions as well, if it wasn't just online. Because it'd be a lot easier. I would find it a lot easier. But probably, as Tommy has just mentioned, I'm pretty old, so maybe that's why. But I reckon it would be easier if you had some paper instructions. Just my opinion. Good times. Tommy, good to hear, me. Got to tighten some bolts. Tell me I know that, mate. So we had a good conversation with Merv as well. That was quite fun to watch. A couple of weird things with this too, but maybe it's just me being picky that like some of these bolts have different sized heads on them. So these ones stick out a little bit more than those ones, which is a bit suboptimal in my opinion. The spring-loaded T-nuts. Yes, yeah, maybe I can show you. You see there's a little ball bearing on that? Yep, spring-loaded T-nuts, my friend. Super fancy. Pick the engineer in chat, huh? Right. Didn't go in right. Also, Garrett, they're not T-nuts, they're widgets. I've decided. Okay, next. Right. Okay, so one of them, and one of them. washer. Yeah, they are easier. I agree. They look about right. Yeah. I mean, you're right, Tommy. They do take away from the proper amount of pain, I think. I don't know, like they're just nuts, right? They're not that hard. I think again, it depends on how much experience you got with this kind of stuff, really. I've done a fair bit of this in the past, so not this particular thing, but that was good. Cool. It's pretty messy. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that bad, personally. I do wonder if I've done this the right way around. I guess we'll find out in a sec, won't we? The one true upside of not having a rig in the first place is that I never need to adjust it. I don't think, Tommy, I'm going to have too much trouble with that, to be honest. Because I'm coming off such a poor base. Oh. Shit, that's rolled a million miles. Just excuse me while I crawl around on the ground and try and find a screw. Oh no, not too far. I wasn't taken out before the line, Garrett. That was fine. I came second. It's all about your perspective, mate. Reese, settle down, mate. Not my nuts, they're tea nuts. These nuts. It's okay. Everything's alright, everyone. Excellent. More stability getting taken out, Tony. Good to hear. That guy was fun, wasn't he? Just stopped on the formation lap and then blamed everybody else for hitting him. That was cool. That was good fun. Can I talk about nuts for the rest of the stream? You know what? I can. I don't think we want to. Do we? Do we? All right. So that bit's done. And then that's got to get fixed onto the rig. Assume goes that way. This thing is starting to look like an actual rig. Right. So those bits go to there and then, right, got it. Cool. Hmm. Do peasants cook? I thought peasants were farmers. Tommy? Pretty sure that was how it worked out. But I suppose they had to cook too. Did you have to grow your own potatoes? But yeah. All right, mate. See ya. Thanks for popping in. More nuts. Excuse me for a second. I have to go and crawl around on the floor. I suspect this bit will not be easy. But you never know. This has definitely been the most annoying bit so far. Well, that was fun. But it's starting to look like a rig. It's kind of cool. All right. Four more T-nuts, as you guys are calling them. So we're getting their widgets. I mean, you can call them spring-loaded widgets if you want. But I still say widgets. And washers, which makes sense, doesn't it? It's very delayed, isn't it, the stream? Oh, no, it's not. It's just my PC, I think. Gary, what did you get? You got a GT something? Is that right? George, hello, mate. How you doing? I think the build's going okay. I think the build's going okay. Look. See? I got an extra camera, so I don't have to move the camera around all the time. Look at me go. And now that I have an extra camera, I might even do a foot cam or something. Very fancy. Yeah, what's this got there? These two bizzos. Make sure I don't lose my washers or my marbles or whatever it is. And two 20mm bolts. Two 20mm bolts. Look at me go. Reese, you guys might like to watch my feet and what I'm doing while I'm doing your guided laps. Actually, I am interested in your opinion though. Which of the screens you've got has better quality? Because I suspect the new camera might actually be better than the old one. Please excuse me while I get back on the floor. No, still not. Not a foot fan race. I think we found a chink in the armour there, mate. Not happy about that. I just realised I think I should locate these lugs first. Because otherwise I'm going to have trouble getting in the right place on the other side. Mate, that's when you know you're 50 getting up and down like that. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I picked that one up today, borrowed it from work, and it does. I think it's a much better quality too. Be interesting. I'll use it for the next stream. See how it goes. Everything's located now. Start screwing things in. Feel like a gymnast. Sorry for the builder's crack, by the way. Reese, no, I didn't know that. No, Garrett, your internet, no good, mate. Floor crawling. I don't know whether a new rig will actually make me faster or not. I'm going to be interested to see whether I am quicker with this or not. I'm pretty confident I'll be more consistent, but I'm going to be really interested to see if there is any extra pace. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, I am interested in rigs. As far as I'm aware, the Trakracer is like top brand. Yeah, detail through the wheel and also through the pedals, I think, because the other thing that my old rig was doing is Luke, if I pressed the pedal, it was actually bouncing, like the plate it was on was bouncing around. So I reckon I was losing a couple of percent there as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Reese, I know I'm 50, mate, but yeah, there are still some things that are solid as a rock. Big guy. Couldn't resist. All right, cool. Twinkle in my eye. Batteries. Arthritis. Nope. No arthritis. All right, now we're getting on the cool stuff. By the way, Garrett, it was 39.5 degrees here today. Celsius. It wasn't me laying down and just before. So that's possible. I do love an app. That is possible. All right, one of them. One of them. M16s, 8 M816s. Those. Go to these. Arthritis is coming, you reckon? Yeah. I don't know, man. That's true, Gary. You got a back issue, haven't you? So does Reese after playing 18 holes of golf today, apparently. Or maybe that's his old hips. Cool. We're still 5 degrees higher Celsius, mate. Actually, where Andy is, it was 47 degrees today. 40 to 7 degrees Celsius. Come on, Reese. This is super exciting. You know it is. Me picking bolts out of a blister pack. What more could you want? I mean, there's no foxtail. But I can't give you everything, mate. Yep. Ooh, now I put that on the rig. And then 16 more washers. Eight 16mm washers. Two. Three. 4. 8. This seems simple enough, doesn't it? All right. Jules, see you, mate. Sleep well. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Hopefully by the time we get to the next stream, I'll actually be doing some racing. Instead of just mucking around with bolts and nuts. Cable management. I'm not good with cable management, I'll be honest. Now I think once I've got the mechanical bit done,